This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll send Kirk in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Richardson. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They go play action with Richardson. And he's got his man on the out route. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st. Richardson to throw off play action. They'll roll him out right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And the slot man goes in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Now Richardson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. Ready?
Richardson will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Gets past one man. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
79 Bronco. Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60. Chap 60. Chap 60. Ready?
They'll try and throw for it. He'll buy some time right. Complete at the 1. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second and 3. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
They'll come up now. This is second and long.
He'll look to throw. And Watson has it right side.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Max Crosby in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Go.
Richardson.
And the coverage terrific there. Knocked down and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
70 range.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hold the ready.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Stop below 18. Check go.
Here's Richardson.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Probably time for 2 more shots. To the Hail Mary on the final play.
79 Bronco.
Now Richardson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Bronco 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Okay, ready?
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Mexico City, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.